I want you to try to explain to me, how does it make sense that people who are Arab don't even call it Palestine, which is the original name that the Romans gave? They call it Palestine, which is an Arabic inversion. Because Arab people can't say P. They can't say the letter P. So they say Fa, Palestine. If this is an Arab Muslim land, I want to know how come the name itself is not Arab.
I mean,
OfficialSaharTV. OfficialSaharTV. Let's go. Protect the Jews, fight the lies, can't you see? Debunk the hate, bring the peace, we're the key.
If you enjoy my content, don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel, like my videos, comment, and of course hit the notification button so you can get notified every time I post new content. Thank you to all my Patreons who support me financially. If you'd like to be a Patreon as well, the link is down below. I appreciate all of your support. Let's get to the video.
wait, I know you from TikTok
And I know you from TikTok.
because I was on, what's his name again?
What's his name? Yoav? Yoav Beatbox? Yoav?
No, I know you from TikTok because you spoken to that Palestinian guy.
Which one? I spoke to many.
The one with the glasses, Hamza.
Ah, Hamza. You like Hamza?
Of course I like Hamza.
Why do you like?
He supports Palestine, of course.
Why? But Hamza speaks a lot of BS. Why do you like Hamza?
He doesn't speak bullshit. He's speaking facts.
Can you name a single fact that he said?
That obviously Palestine has rights and that I guess what Israel is doing is horrible and they have no right to try to steal Palestine's land because at the end of the day, Palestine has always been Palestine. It was never Israel. I mean, it didn't start on October 7th. It started, I think, 1947, 48.
Okay, first of all, of course, Israel was not always a country, but have you ever heard about the Kingdom of Israel?
Listen, I'm not too knowledgeable about all of it, certain bits of it, so I'm not gonna try to argue with you because
No, you're not arguing with me. I don't want to argue. I want to teach you. I don't want to argue with anyone.
okay.
Okay? So
Because I've seen you arguing with a lot of people. That's why.
no, I don't argue with a lot of people. Sometimes when people get aggressive with me, I just
Okay.
I retaliate with the same aggressiveness. But you seem sweet and nice. I'm not going to be aggressive with you. Do you know? Have you heard about the Kingdom of Israel? So it's a kingdom.
No.
It's a kingdom that was here in this region about 2,000 years ago, 3,000 years ago, and we had many kings who ruled this kingdom of Israel. So when people say Israel never existed, it's a lie because Israel did exist with kings, with armies, with a nation. It was here. Now, when people say Palestine was always here, the name was given to the land by the Romans, not by the Arabs. It was given by the Romans to mock the Jews and disassociate them from the land completely. And that's what they did. They called it Syria Palestina. It's a name, it's a Latin name. It's not even an Arabic name. So I want you to try to explain to me, how does it make sense that people who are Arab don't even call it Palestine, which is the original name that the Romans gave. They call it Palestine, which is an Arabic inversion. Because Arab people can't say P. They can't say the letter P. So they say Fa, Palestine. If this is an Arab Muslim land, I want to know how come the name itself is not Arab.
I mean, it's Palestine. I'm not sure. That's what it is. But the thing is, I've seen on the maps from ages ago. There was a person on TikTok, and they showed the maps from I'm not sure what year, and it was always Palestine. I didn't see no Kingdom of Israel, nothing like that.
Nobody's debating whether the region was called Palestine. The region was indeed called Palestine. That's the region that was renamed by the Romans. But you have to remember that also Transjordan was called Palestine. It was a part of the region. And then at some point, that region was given fully to the Arabs. 70% of the land was given fully to the Arabs. It's called Jordan now. All the Jews were removed from Jordan and moved into Palestine before Israel was named Israel. So, the region itself was given by the Romans. Now, if you go far enough back, and you can actually see archaeological facts from the region saying that the kingdom of Israel existed. It was here. It's in your Quran. It's in the Bible. There's a lot of evidence that the kingdom of Israel existed. There's the city of David in Jerusalem. That's a city that was built during the kingdom of Israel. So it did exist. I'm not trying to make you feel like you're not connected to the land in any way. I think a lot of people are connected to the land, but when people say Israel never existed, that's kind of a slap in the face.
Okay, cool. But you know what I find really weird is that on the IDF soldiers' badges, there's I think Palestine and all like the Arab countries surrounding it, and it says in Hebrew the Promised Land. How comes you guys cannot like just have? Okay, cool. This is what I've heard from the start. That here's a story that apparently, for example, Palestine, they had neighbors. Sorry, no, Palestine was there first, okay, and then Israel, for example, came into their home, something like that,
But
and then they started.
we both established that Palestine wasn't there first. The kingdom of Israel was there first, and before that it was Canaan. But kingdom of Israel was there first before Palestine, and there was not a single sovereign entity in the region until Israel was established. Not a single one. It was always ruled by a different nation. Once by the Brits, once by the Ottomans, once by the Romans, once by the Byzantines, once by the Mamluks. Never by a group of people called Palestinians.
Okay, cool. I mean, I don't know if what you're saying is true because
Of course
I
it's
don't know
true.
anything about. You could just say whatever you want to say, but
Listen,
what I have to say is
I'm looking at you.
question.
I'm
I
looking
have a
at you.
question for you.
You can ask me. I just want to say something. I'm looking at you,
Okay.
and I'm not saying an ignorant person like most of the people that I speak with. I speak with a lot of people. A lot of people, I look at them, I'm like, these people are never going to understand. Never going to understand what I'm saying. Never going to believe me. Never going to research what I'm saying. But you look smart. You look intelligent. I tell you, don't believe me. Don't trust me. Don't trust any word I'm saying. Okay? And also don't trust any word Hamza's saying. I want you to do a research about what I just said to you, about the kingdom of Israel, about the nations that ruled here, but never Palestinians. You'll see that I'm not wrong because you look smart. You look intelligent. I'm not mocking your intelligence in any way. I just want you to do some research.
Fair enough, but do you think what Israel is doing to Palestine is right?
If I think what Israel is doing to Palestine is what again?
Right. Like, do you think it's okay that they're committing this genocide?
So I'm gonna first answer your first question, then touch base on what you said about the genocide. So first of all, Israel did not start this war; they did by invading this country, by killing as many people as they could find, killing 40 children. They raped women.
About
I'm talking about October 7th. I'm also talking about the first Intifada, the second Intifada, about events before what happened on October 7th, because it did not start on October 7th, and both you and I know this. Okay,
yes, of course.
but on October 7th specifically. If October 7th would not have taken place, would any children die in the Gaza Strip right now?
Well, Palestinians had to retaliate because at the end of the day, 40 children compared to 100, over 100,000 Palestinians dying. I mean,
No,
obviously, I
no.
feel the remorse for the children, but it's nothing compared to what you guys are doing to
Wait,
Palestine.
but that's not answering the question. First of all, nobody said 100,000 people died in the Gaza Strip since October 7th. They said 45,000. Hamas said it without even accounting the combatants. But I'm asking you, if Hamas would not have invaded Israel on October 7th, you said they had to retaliate. Retaliate against what? There was peace on October 6th, peace on October 5th, peace on October 4th. What did they have to retaliate against?
I mean, it did start in 1948 or 47, but the thing is, the media shows that, oh, it was Palestine who started this on October 7th. But I'm pretty sure that Israel has been, God knows, doing what to Palestine before October 7th, even probably on October 7th. I'm not sure, but they have every right to do what they're doing because Israel just, they're killing so many innocent civilians. Because I even saw a video of Palestine like giving back the Israeli hostages, and they were perfectly okay. They didn't look hurt or anything like that. And them torturing Palestinians, it's completely different. Like, I don't understand it at all.
So let's talk about the prisoners, the hostages that they released from the Gaza Strip. First of all, they released a girl that was missing 2 fingers. Okay, that's the first thing. Second thing, 3 male hostages that were released were completely skinny to the bones. They went inside pretty full, pretty fat, and they went outside completely skinny, like they were starved. And also, you know, the fact that people tried to normalize the fact that innocent people were taken hostage, that's absurd. That's absurd. People were taken from their homes. Children were taken from their homes into the Gaza Strip. That's a severe violation of international law. Severe. And the fact that people say they look perfectly fine. What do you mean perfectly fine? Do you know how mentally fucked up you have to be after almost 400 days in captivity without being able to speak to your family, without being able to speak to your friends, without, some people were even held in tunnels for 400 days straight in complete darkness. That's that must fuck you up. So the fact that people try to legitimize it is insane to me. Insane to me, because I know that if your family would have been in the same situation as the families in Israel, I would have been, what the hell? They should be released. Doesn't matter if I agree with your family or disagree with your family. But the fact that we don't get the same rapport from the world is bizarre, bizarre, bizarre to me. Now, that's the first thing. Second thing, I want to tell you something. I really don't wish any harm to any person that has nothing to do with this. However, just like I said before, if Hamas would not have invaded Israel on October 7th, would we have any casualties in the Gaza Strip?
I mean, it didn't start on October 7th. It started over.
So
God
let's
knows
talk
how
about
long ago.
let's talk about 1948.
So-
Let's talk about the Nakba. You know, people like talking about the Nakba. The Nakba, the disaster took place because 5 Arab countries decided to invade Israel in 1948. The moment it was established, and declare all the Jews are going to be driven to the sea. They lost the war, and because they lost the war, a lot of people decided they want to flee, decided they want to escape, and some people were actually kicked out. I'm not going to lie to you. But again, every occasion, every scenario has a circumstance. For example, if the 5 armies would not have started a war against Israel, would anybody have to be kicked out? No.
No.
Of
but-
course not. Wait, hold on. If the first intifada wouldn't have taken place, would we have to place any checkpoints?
I'm not sure. You know, I'm not educated enough to say
You are
anything.
educated.
I don't know
You are
if you're gonna
educated.
clip anything. It's like,
I'm not.
I don't know if
I'm
you're
not.
on
I'm
live
not
or
clipping
you're gonna put
anything.
it
I'm
on
not
TikTok.
clipping. I'm not clipping anything. Listen to me. I'm not clipping anything. I'm not gonna make you look bad in any way. I want you to be honest. If the first intifada would not have taken place, which involved knives, explosives, etc., would Israel have to put checkpoints that check every person that goes through that they have no weapons or bombs? Would they have to do it if the first intifada would not have taken place?
Well, I'm not sure if what you're saying is true or not, but the thing is, obviously, I guess Israel may have started something for it to happen, because what I'm seeing right now is you're not showing any remorse for the Palestinians.
Of
Like, you're
course,
talking about Israel,
of course, I'm showing remorse. I'm telling you, the problem in this conflict is Hamas. Do you think Hamas should stay in power after what they did to the Gazans? I just told you that they brought the destruction.
They were just trying to. They're just trying to defend Palestine.
Defend
look
by
at the-
rape. You know that I used to play with children in the West Bank in soccer. We used to play. I as a combat soldier with weapon. I used to play soccer with people in the West Bank. Stuff you never see on your social media. Stuff you never see on the news. But they're trying to villainize my country, and they will always try to villainize my country.
No, but the thing is, I just saw a video of a little boy. He was 11 years old. He wasn't doing anything, and an IDF soldier sniped him.
Could you
For what?
see? Could you see the IDF soldier sniping?
And it wasn't. Listen, the IDF soldiers are in Palestine right now. Of course,
Where?
their own people. Their own people. That doesn't make sense.
Wait. But you said I saw an IDF soldier sniped a kid. Did you see the soldier actually sniping the kid?
Oh, I didn't see the soldier, but obviously, it's obviously an IDF soldier.
How
sniping a
come?
kid.
How come? How is it obviously an IDF soldier when I saw Hamas killing their own people for taking food from the humanitarian aid? They wrote thief on their back and they killed him. That's on video and I saw them. So how can you say the IDF people do it all the time when I hear of Hamas doing it to their own civilians?
Because the amount of drones that there are. Listen, you guys are being funded from the USA. Over, I think, $1 billion are being given to you guys to kill Palestinians.
It's not to kill Palestinians. The majority of the funds that we get are meant for self-defense, for Iron Dome, for the rockets, that we
Hamas-
shoot in the sky to intercept missiles from Hamas. That's most of the
Hamas
money that we get.
Don't have Hamas. There's no government in a sense. Hamas are their own little group. Have a lot of supplies. They don't have a lot of supplies.
So if they don't have a lot of
guys-
supplies, why start a war against a country that's a lot stronger than you? Why would you do it? Why would you do it? Why would you risk your civilians that way?
That's right.
What? What is that?
Listen, there's no point of actually talking to you because you're like, I guess you're obviously Israeli, and
I'm not speaking about the topic from an Israeli perspective. I'm speaking about it from a logical perspective. And I'm expecting
know
you to do
what?
the same.
I understand that, but at the end of the day, you have your own personal opinion and whatever you say are your facts. At the end of the day, people actually see the truth, and I see the truth. And I know that Palestine is going through a lot, and they don't deserve what's happening to them.
They
You
don't.
could say that Hamas
They don't deserve what's
started
happening
it,
to them.
but at the end of the day,
But they don't
it-
deserve what's happening to them because of their leadership. Because their leadership always start these things, and then they get civilians killed, and then everybody blames Israel. So again, if October 7th would not have happened, not a single civilian would have been dead. If the first Intifada would not have happened, not a single checkpoint would have been placed. Same thing applies to the second Intifada. Same thing applies to the 1948 war. Every single war was launched by a different entity, not Israel, against Israel, and we always had to defend, retaliate. For some reason, people think that we don't want peace. I can guarantee you that if you tell me right now we're going to have eternal peace in Israel with Arabs, not a single war is going to start. But this can never be guaranteed. Ever.
you know what? Say that because in Quran it says that I can't remember exactly what it was saying, but it says that we only want peace in the Quran. That's what you guys were gonna say, and I'm pretty sure that Netanyahu or whoever your leader is, they said the exact same thing that was in the Quran. So you can say
In
whatever
the Quran,
you
it
want.
doesn't say you guys want peace, though.
Pardon?
In the Quran, it doesn't say you guys want peace.
No, that you guys will say that we only want to make peace. It says that in the Quran that you guys will say that. And you guys have said the exact same thing. At the end of the day, I'm a Muslim and I know what's going to happen. I know what's true. And as Muslim, Islam literally means peace. It literally means peace.
Islam means to submit. Submit to God. That's what it means. If you submit to God, you are Muslim.
Well, from what I know, it means. But at the end of the day, I don't know. You can have your own opinions.
Can you
Whoever-
can you at least before you go, can you at least research the stuff that I said to you? Just a little bit. Just look them up. See if what I said was wrong. If one thing that I said was right, maybe you can just, you can take the stuff that Hamza says all the time over and over and take it with a grain of salt. Because if one thing that I said was correct, it means that some other stuff that I said was correct as well.
Oh, well.
I just want you to look up the
problem.
Kingdom of Israel. That's it. That's what I want you to look up, okay?
I will. But at the end of the day, all I have to say is, inshallah, free Palestine.
From
Everything
Hamas.
will be okay.
Free Palestine from Hamas. And that's it.
Israel.
No, you can't free, but then they're going to be...
I'm not putting me on TikTok or anything because I've been on TikTok once and I don't like it. I got over 1 million views, so I'd just rather not be in it again.
I see. Okay. If I upload you, I might blur your face so nobody can know who you are.
Alright, no problem. That's fine.
All right. Thank you so much.
Fire to the beat, official SaharTV. Official SaharTV. Let's go. Protect the Jews, fight the lies, can't you see?